Welcome to the Just Do It podcast, hosted by Anne Duffy. Dental Entrepreneur Women is here to dive deep and share stories with the mission to inspire, highlight, empower, and connect all women in dentistry.
Hello, everyone. It's Anne Duffy. I'm so happy that you're with me today, and I'm really excited because I've got a dear friend, and she's a DEW. She's a dental entrepreneur woman. I have known her through a lot of job opportunities and through the years of dentistry, and she's just absolutely an awesome individual. I want to tell you a little bit about her, though, before we get started. As a former dental office manager, Katie is super passionate about helping dental practices break free from insurance and boost patient care with custom membership plans. She worked with thousands of practices nationwide and is very relatable because she gets it. Fun fact, full-time sports mom, weekends are sponsored by Gatorade, bleachers, and car snacks. I think we can relate to that. And retail therapist, believes a good shopping spree can solve almost anything. I love you, Katie Franklin. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here and great to be with you.
Oh my gosh, so fun. I've known you through actually 2014. So we're 10 years, Katie, that I have known you. Isn't that so fun?
Surprised. Yeah.
She's available today. Kids start school, so we're in the end of summer, which is really awesome. And I know that you're really into the membership plan. And so before we started recording, guys, I'm like, tell me how you got into this. I mean, I didn't really realize that you've been in this for a long time and started with a company that you helped get off the ground.
Yes.
And now you're with Dental HQ, which is a membership plan company.
Correct.
And you believe in membership plans, and that's why you're here. That's why you're always excited about the company, and so much so. And thank you guys for supporting Katie to come to our retreat this year. It's going to be super cool. But tell me why you believe in membership plans, and why should an office offer a membership plan to their patients?
So I think it really started for me back in like 2010 when I started managing a dental practice. And it was my first experience in dental. Prior to that, I was a teacher. So I came into the dental world brand new, not really knowing much, and started, managing insurance and the finances, and started to quickly realize what insurance was doing to our bottom line, but also just how it was making it difficult for our patients, to have access to the care that they needed and deserved. And so I started kind of thinking, like, what can we do? There's got to be a better way to do this.
Yeah.
And so my doctor suggested that I go to a CE course that was taught by Dr. Charles Blair, the late Dr. Blair, and learned so much from him just about the insurance world and coding. And he was actually the one that introduced the concept of membership plans to me. And as I was sitting in this course, it kind of was a light bulb moment. It was like, oh my gosh, this is what we need to be doing. So I took all the information back to my practice and spoke with my doctor and was super excited about the thought of all of this. And he encouraged me to reach out to Dr. Blair to get more information. I kind of laughed at first because I'm like, he's a busy man. Like, he doesn't know me. Like, he's not going to take my call. But sure enough, he did. And he actually invited our practice to be part of a beta test group that he was starting, where he was more or less consulting offices on how to get these membership plans up and going back in like the 2012, 2013 timeframe.
Mm-hmm.
And so we started a plan, and we quickly realized that it was just a great alternative to insurance. It was allowing our office and our doctors to get paid their full fee for the work that they were actually doing and not having to take all the write-offs. We found that our patients were happier. They were, being able to afford the care that they needed. And it was just truly a win-win for the practice and the patients. And so ever since then, membership plans have truly been my jam. And I just, from being my own practice to now, like, as you mentioned, have helped, thousands of offices across the nation see success for membership plans. And I think now, fast forward a few years, recognizing that we really live in a subscription economy. So many people, have so many different memberships, whether it's in, food or travel or entertainment. And it's really been proven through the research that it's people's preferred way of buying things. And so because of that, we have found that having a dental membership or a dental subscription is just another avenue that really caters to that consumer mindset. And we find that they're working really well. So for those reasons, I feel like that's why every office should really consider having one, just because it does allow them to break away from some of that insurance dependence, regain control of their practice, and be able to deliver that care to their patients that they need.
That's really a great explanation why. And then also, why should they not go it alone? Because you guys are the experts at it. I mean, I love that you were a teacher because that's so
Yeah.
cool. And then I love your strengths, woo, achiever, discipline, positivity, empathy. So you feel it for these practices.
I sure do.
I mean, and his pain point is insurance for dental practices. And then obviously, I love the fact that you just reached out and called Charlie Blair because he's a great friend of mine as well and a great friend to so many. And then now Delane Logie was very active with Charles and helped build his coding book. And now she's out on her own and speaking. She's also a great resource for you and for everybody that's listening here. But why shouldn't they go it alone? My old dentist that I worked for after I retired, he's like, I'm going to start my own membership plan. And it never got off the ground. I'll say that. But tell me what you can do for a practice that's thinking about it.
So again, just based on my own past experience of starting a plan for my practice, we quickly realized that it was a lot of administrative work.
Oh, okay.
From the initial research of where do we start? How do we start? How do we structure these plans? How do we price these plans? What are the legalities around these plans? And then once we got that initial work done, once we launched, then it was like, okay, how do we track who's on the plan? How do we track what services that they've used? How do we track the discounts that they're getting as being a member of the plan? How do we track their payments? How do we track their renewals? And I'll be honest, Anne, we truly had patients slipping through the cracks where maybe the plan that we were offering was including 2 cleanings and a patient was coming in and having a 3rd cleaning before we realized oh, shoot, we should have charged them. And so things were slipping through the cracks. And that's the same thing that the founder of Dental HQ, Dr. Brett Wells, it's the same thing that he noticed in his practices years ago, is that his membership plans were a great option for patients, but it was a lot of extra administrative work for his team to keep up with. So to prevent those things from slipping through the cracks, that's really where we encourage offices to turn to a membership plan software like Dental HQ that can manage and automate everything for you so that payments don't get missed and that the office can focus on the other things that matter more, like patient care and customer service. And they're not so bogged down with trying to manage the day in and day out operations of a membership plan.
That's genius, actually, to have an automated tech service for them. AI, basically, you take care of the heavy lifting. Well, how does that work? Do they pay you a commission on the plan? Do they pay a monthly charge that you take care of it? I'm just curious.
Yeah. So with Dental HQ, there's just a monthly license fee that we charge to offices to have access to our platform with all of the features that we offer. And so it's just a flat monthly fee that we charge.
Wow. That's how you keep patients in, too, because when they're on a subscription plan, I mean, I got to say, they think they're getting their recare appointments. I'm a dental hygienist, so there's not a cleaning, it's a recare appointment. It feels like it's free, right? Because when you watch Netflix, you still feel like it's free, even though that bill's going every month. But that just takes the headache out of trying to keep track of all that. And then also keeping your patients engaged in your practice. Do you white label it for each dental office?
Yeah. The idea here is that we want to be a software company that has the tools in place to manage and automate everything. But we want to keep the relationship between the patient and the doctor. And so therefore, we want everything to be white labeled and branded to the office. So that way, everything that's going out to patients and everything that patients are seeing, it looks like it's specifically a plan from that office and no affiliation with Dental HQ, for example.
It sounds so smart because first of all, you're experts. You've been doing this for years, Dental HQ. And then you're going to brand it well. It's all going to be automated. So it's going to have the system figured out.
Yes.
And to try to find Johnny down the street, going to put your website together and help with his membership plan and give you the gravity. Oh my God, it's a total nightmare. And then we put this all on you guys, all on Dental HQ to handle that. It's just a headache that you don't have to worry about.
That's what I always tell offices when I'm talking to them to show them our platform. I'm like, why take on this extra work? You guys are already busy enough. Trust me. I've been in the trenches with you. I know the day in and day out operations of running a dental practice, and it's a lot. And so why add one more thing to your plate when for a low monthly fee, you could have everything automated. You don't have to think about it. And the way I like to describe is we're kind of like a well-oiled machine that's working in the background, that's really allowing these offices to have a hands-off approach with having to keep up with it.
Let me ask you this. So if you're using a membership platform, so does it automatically get you into the fee for service?
It can. A lot of offices, I feel like a hot topic that I've been hearing a lot now for the past few years. Offices are saying how they want to eventually go fee for service. But
Like every office out there? Yeah. Okay.
basically, as you and I both know from having worked in an office, like that's a scary thought because the minute you make your patients aware that you're no longer in their network, they're likely going to be looking for an in-network provider. Sometimes they don't. And, what's important is that you have that strong relationship with those patients because hopefully they want to keep coming to you. And even if they leave, hopefully they'll come back because they'll realize how good they had it. But having a membership plan in place prior to making those transitions can really help ease that transition process and can help offices to retain those patients through the transitions of going out of network. So, there's definitely a play for both. We're not necessarily like telling offices that they need to go out of network. It just seems that is kind of the hot topic. But certainly, offices that want to continue working with insurance, that's fine too. There's definitely a place for both within a practice.
Well, I mean, to me, it makes sense because there are some insurance plans you want to get rid of because what I've heard on the street is, for instance, the recare appointment, the insurance gives you so much and you got like $10 left over by the time you pay the hygienist.
Right.
And then you've got all the other, fees and all the other money going out for all the different equipment and air conditioning and all that kind of stuff. It does make sense to have that first step of this. And then you could probably get rid of maybe the one insurance plan that's only paying you $10 more for a recare appointment and then go with some of the insurance plans that are a little bit more lucrative for your practice. They can't all be across the board horrible, but we just got into that problem of, if it's not covered by insurance, do I really want it? And yeah, you need it. You need it and our fees are worth. But this also puts this on the dentist to get ready for this. You have to have excellent teamwork. You have excellent communication. You've got to have a welcoming, hospitable office, and you have to do excellent work. You've got that in place. They may go somewhere for a nanosecond, but I tell you, they will come back because I've seen that. The office that I worked in was fee for service. And so often they would come back because they just did not get the care that you're going to get in that kind of a practice. And I mean, your teeth are important and it kills you when you go somewhere and you have 18 cavities when you have been going every 6 months and you have no cavities and you think, is that a red flag? Yeah, that's a red flag, right? So
Absolutely.
Stick with your doctor that you love. And there's a better way to pay for your appointments. How do you market it once you sign up for that? What's the best way to market the membership plan?
So the ultimate best way is going to be word of mouth. Build that trust with your patients and having those patients that are coming to you that know you and trust you, having the conversations with them that offer a membership plan and just making them aware of what other options are available to them is the best ultimate way of marketing your plan. But then, of course, there's other things that are important too. Like we want to make sure that it's on a practice's website. So as a potential new patient who might be searching for dentists in their area, as they happen upon someone's website, we want them to learn right away, like, hey, you don't need dental insurance to come to this practice. We offer membership plans. So having it on a website is super important. Having it on your social media pages is super important. Dental HQ also helps offices to send out email and text campaigns throughout the year, targeted to different themes throughout the year. So right now, for example, we are helping offices to send out a campaign to their patients about open enrollment. And we really find like this time of the year is a time for practices to really capitalize on promoting their plans to their insured patients, because as patients are considering their options for the next year, it's an awesome opportunity to make them aware or remind them of other options that are available. And that's where offices will see success with patient conversion, getting patients converted off of insurance and converted to the membership model, which again is a huge win because through that process, the office is gaining a new cash patient. The other thing that I want to share that I love about Dental HQ is the fact that we have a tool on our platform that allows us to help offices connect with small business owners and different community groups in their area that could benefit from knowing about the membership model. And so targeting a business owner with 10 employees where they're likely not offering dental benefits is a great opportunity, or going to a retirement community or a senior living center or country club or an apartment complex. Those different groups that we can help practices to kind of target. It's a way of getting that messaging outside of their four walls and educating their community on other options that are available besides just cash pay or insurance. And just by increasing that awareness, we have found that those tools that we offer are awesome new patient generators for practices. And of course, these are cash patients. These are the bread and butter, what every practice wants. So that's another great way of marketing it as well.
That's a great way for them to be able to pour into their team because they may not be able to afford to give everybody dental insurance, but they can certainly afford to give them possibly the membership plan or give them that opportunity. And then they feel like they actually have dental insurance through their company if it does cover your cleans. What's the average yearly cost, I guess, for the patient? Is there a range? Can everybody pick what they want?
So in our platform, we actually have a built-in pricing algorithm where we plug in the office's UCR fees. So then as we start together building out their custom plans, whatever they decide to offer, the software is going to show them what the recommended price point is based off of their current fee schedule. I would say, and so again, this is kind of all over the board, depending on where they're located and what they're offering. But I would say on average, like an adult wellness plan that is pretty standard, includes like 2 pro fees, 2 exams, a set of bite wings each year. I would say those plans go from anywhere between like $350 to $450 a year on average.
Yeah. I mean, that's just super good. That's great for everybody. You're going to make those appointments. You're going to make, honey, you got 5 days to get in. You better get your appointment. More apt to reschedule every 6 months so that you don't miss that window.
See that with the member patients, again, across the board for all the offices that we work with and all the members that have enrolled on the plans that we've helped with, the cancellation and no-show rates are under 3%. So these are good patients. These are patients that are financially committed to the practice. And because of that financial commitment, they're paying that recurring subscription fee. It is going to motivate them to come in more regularly and to keep up with those appointments and to accept more treatment. So you're right. We're not seeing an issue with these patients not showing up or canceling because, again, they're committed.
That's another plus for them. I absolutely love that. And I am so excited to learn about membership plans. Katie, for anyone that's interested, we're going to tell them how to get a hold of you because there's so many things that I was thinking that you would do so much better, even giving them the opportunity to know what is the right number for their geography, for their current fees. I mean, that's just like guesswork for somebody. You've got so much data in there, so you can really draw from all of that versus just somebody on their own. Last words, and then we'll tell them how to get a hold of you.
I think the one last thing I just really want to put out there, because it's been really exciting to kind of see it develop. Membership plans have been around for a long time. This is not a new concept. Membership plans have evolved through the years, though. And where we're seeing success now is not only helping offices to develop like their wellness plans that are covering patients' routine preventive care, but we're also really encouraging offices to think beyond preventive. And what other services do you offer that you want to kind of showcase for your practice? Or what other services would you like to be doing more of? Maybe you want to do more whitening, or maybe you want to do more ortho. And let's think beyond preventive and let's help you to structure more boutique type plans, if you will, that can kind of be add-on options for your patients. And what we're finding is that those add-on plans or those boutique plans that we're helping offices to create are awesome opportunities for not only uninsured patients, but for the insured patients too, who maybe want those more elective procedures. And if they're not covered by their insurance, it's an awesome opportunity for them to then turn to the membership plan that the practice offers. And just by getting more patients, again, committed to these different plans that you offer, you're just generating more predictable recurring revenue for your practice. So Dental HQ is really trying to encourage offices to think beyond just preventive plans and really trying to create those add-on options as well. So that's been really cool to kind of see all of that come to fruition in the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's really cool. I can see especially the younger crowd. If you get a whitening plan in there, they're like, okay, I'll take that. Yeah, that's really, really cool. So Dental HQ, okay, you guys are doing all right. You've got Katie Franklin at the helm of like really cheerleading this along. How do we get in touch with you and Dental HQ, Katie?
Well, you can visit our website, dewnalhq.com, and on there is an option to watch our recorded demo video, or you can click on a link to schedule like a one-on-one chat with us, or you can reach out to me directly. And my email is just kfranklin, FRANKLIN, @dewnalhq.com. So would love to chat. I always tell offices, this is truly my passion, as you know, Anne.
Yeah.
And whether they're just kind of getting started with the idea of membership plans, wanting to automate their current plan and take it to the next level, or even if they just want to pick my brain on something about plans in general, this is what I love talking about. And I love talking to people. So always happy to help in whatever capacity I can.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you so much for your generous hospitality. Good luck on the ball field.
Thank you.
And I love that you are a sports mom. So, have the best fall. It's going to be a great fall football season starting. And then all the other sports, that we love to attend. It's going to be a great year. So Katie Franklin, Dental HQ, thanks for hosting this today with me. And then, hey, I'll see Katie at the retreat, ladies. If you're listening, the guys all want to come too. But, you guys are dudes, DWDSs, men that support women in dentistry. But for women listening today, please join us in November in Charlotte, North Carolina for our 7th annual dew.life retreat. That's for dental entrepreneur women. If you're a woman and you happen to be in dentistry in any capacity, you are welcome to join us to sit at our table to grow and to soar in not only your professional life, but also in your personal life. So Katie, good to know you. Maybe I'll see you at one of the ball fields. All right,
yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing you at the retreat. And again, thanks for your time, Anne. It's always great being with you.
Thank you, Katie. Take care, everybody. And remember, everybody, to keep doing you. Thanks, Katie. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Just Do It podcast, hosted by Anne Duffy. To learn more about dental entrepreneur women, to share your story, or to join the movement, please visit our website, dew.life. That is DEW.life. Subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcasting app to make sure you don't miss an episode. And in the meantime, keep doing you.